I think I do a good job of balancing that. I think I show people a lot of. The thing I've been getting the most is people like, I love your transparency with your frustrations.
Yeah.
It's like we just love seeing that. We just love. I think people just like to see authenticity.
That's what it is.
They just
That's
like
all
seeing.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, I'm pissed off right now.
Yeah.
So this is how I fucking feel.
Yeah, and or what they perceive is what they think is you being authentic, because it's like,
I would love that. I would love for that to translate into no ticket sales. So it's like, I can't wait. Nobody's going to the show. Let's see what his post is going to be tomorrow. That thing is going to be furious.
And they're doing it on purpose?
Yeah. Nobody commented.
There's a thread?
We might get an hour tomorrow. That nigga might go live.
They're in my Patreon plotting against me. I done got blocked out. Yo, just nobody go. Just nobody go.
Oh, shit.
He gonna get on Instagram for free.
How our whole like goal is to like give our kids the life that we didn't have. But for me, I was like, I don't think I would want to give them more. Or what does that even look like? Because we say that so much, like, I want my kid to have everything that I didn't have. Like, as though, you know, you really felt like you were hindered by like what you didn't have.
Do they have more than me? Yeah, but that's not even a monetary thing. It's more of just I don't care as much as my mom and dad did.
What do you mean?
So like, as far as like, you know, the shoes and all that, like, I'm not buying no Jordans because the principle my dad had. I'm like, I don't care. Like, but also I get a huge discount on shoes, so that's why they have it. Like, if I didn't get the discount that I had, they wouldn't have the shit.
I'm about to say cheap Polly over here. Ain't no way.
So
are they aware that, hey, you know, the only reason you get these shoes is because, and then you always tell them the MSRPs, like, yo, you know these are on retail.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
getting them
because I want them to understand money, because especially since now that they're buying their own stuff.
You want them to understand connections.
That too.
You got to be out here making connections.
And so when it was time for him to get his soccer cleats, I said, I'm willing to buy these. And then he said, but I want the Messi's. I said, well, that's a $20 difference.
Hey, the Messi's.
I said, if you will pay the $20 difference, you can have them.
Or if you score 3
Which ain't
goals, nigga, what you need the Messi's for? Messi's a walking hat trick. What you doing?
So I told him, I said, well, I'm willing to pay this. These are $20 more. If you want to pay the difference, you can have the shoes. So I watched him sit there, think about it, and he goes, well, I said, now there's a clearance section over there. And
He's like, Lionel Messi ain't that good.
I was like, there's stuff over there. You want to go look at it? He goes, yeah, let's look. So then he goes and looks. He's like, well, these are 40. So then I only have to pay 10. So I'm watching him do math. I'm watching him calculate. He's like, okay, let me just get these. And then so if I get these, then I only have to give you 10, right? And I say, yeah. Okay, I'll just get these. So I was like, that's the shit I'm teaching them. It's like, I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to pay for it. But if you want it, you go in your little piggy bank and you got. So then when they start using their money, they start thinking like, all right. And then it's like, what's worth it to you? Now he went and bought this jacket. I said, I'll buy you this jacket. I want that jacket. Did the same thing. He's like, I'll pay it. I was like, okay, so you really want the jacket? He was like, yeah. And he wear it every day. I said, hey, it's your money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm going to teach y'all that you can't just do whatever, and especially on my dime. Yeah. And then, you know, even the stuff that we do get, whether it's the places you get to go, some of that is because daddy knows people. So we're getting a hookup. Normally, this would cost this.
Normally.
So don't think this is a normal thing. Like,
that also boosts you up too.
Yeah.
My father got connections.
But I had to first tell him at the Lake. We went to the Laker game. I said, your friend's dad had those tickets. Daddy didn't buy those tickets. Secondly, he was like, let's go meet LeBron. I said, nigga.
No.
That's not his words.
That's not with my reach.
And in his brain, he goes, but when we went to the UCLA game, we got to do A, B, and C. I said, because I know people there. They follow Daddy on Instagram. You know,
Who'd y'all meet at the UCLA game?
Trace's dad. Because a guy that used to play there, his son was on Keelan's team.
Oh, okay.
So we got cool. And then some of the NBA guys or whatever, they follow me. So we chat. So I was like, yo, I'm bringing my son to the game. They was like, bring him down. We'll take him on the floor. You know, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So I had to explain to him, like, Daddy had a connection, so that's why you're able to go on the floor. And that's why you're able to go into the lounge and do that stuff. I said, but the Lakers, I don't know anybody at Crypto Arena, bro. Like, I don't have this connection. He's like, oh, okay. So they're starting to get, you know, just how stuff works. But I'll be explaining it to them. I'm very honest with them. And they're like, oh, okay, I got it. But then they be like, sometimes it go like too far. Keelan be like, well, I would like to do this, but Dad's too poor. Like, no, I'm not poor, bro. It's just what I'm willing to spend money on. And then I had to teach him like what money is, because he's like, he wanted to go. We went to the Yankee game when we was in New York, and he goes, "Oh, I want to sit behind the dugout." So I showed him on the thing. I said, "This is how much the tickets are for behind the dugout." He was like, "Oh." He's like, "So you can't afford that?" I said, "No, I could afford it. Is it worth doing?" And I said, "You want to spend $2,000 on tickets behind this?"
Yeah.
Or blah blah. And he was like, "So you don't have to?" I was like, "No, I have $2,000.
Yeah.
But do I want to spend it on that when you need this?" And then we have bills. So I was telling him all the stuff, what monthly costs. Like I've told him all that. So then he's like, "So if you spent that much, then you wouldn't have enough, or you would dip into." I was like, "Yeah." He's like,
Then the lights would be off.
"Okay." So he started. So I'd be touching, and he's like, "Oh, okay." So he's like, "Well, the game was great. You know, we had great seats. We almost, there was a home run. Like, so I be teaching them shit, all that shit. Like,
But a lot of parents feel like you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't necessarily involve children in essentially adult business and stuff like that, because it's like they shouldn't have to think about and know about bills, because let them not have to worry about that. They're kids.
right. But I think there's a difference. No, sorry. Go ahead.
Do you think that is the other way? Is that's the right way to do it? It's like, nah, don't just not even tell them like, hey, we ain't getting them tickets. Why not? Because I said so. Or do you think it's a good way to explain to them why you're not doing these things? So, because I think it's a better way to explain it, like how you're doing it, so that when they get older, they understand, instead of being like, mommy and daddy didn't want to do anything for me growing up, and now they have this false sense of why you wasn't doing shit, when it's just like, nigga, you just didn't know.
I don't think you should burden kids. I think that comes from people over-explaining. Like, I'm teaching them lessons.
Right.
But I'm not like, if my situation was different, I wouldn't be like, mommy's out of work, daddy. Like, because then they feel the pressure of, well, let me do something to help. You know what I mean? So, like, we're fine.
I got to get straight A's.
I mean, look at these other kids in other countries. They got to work. They work. Yeah. They out here in the child. I mean, they in the child labor.
Or they be like, they go get a job and they donate their birthday money to their family and stuff like that. But I explain to them just to be responsible. We're fine.
Right.
I tell them all the time, we're fine, bro.
This is my only issue with it. He's 16, right? He goes on a date with a girl. And she's like, I want to go. He's like, hey, if we go there, if we go to Benihana, we got to fuck. Because if we ain't fucking, then we can go.
I'm okay with that.
We can go to Benihana. But if we ain't.
But I'm sure Keon's going to also teach his son when it comes to, like, probably taking out ladies and courting and stuff like that.
What I know about it, nigga? I don't know.
Well, I tried.
I don't know that.
If I take you to Benihana, bitch, I'm hog tying.
I don't know how to date women. Why would I do that? I don't know how to do that shit. I was a hell. I'm definitely gonna teach them to be gentlemen and all that goofy shit.
Yeah, it's
if that's even still a thing.
I mean, I guess when we talking about that video that we saw earlier, even with stuff like that, it's like, what's going to be the future of how things are even going? It's like, right now, the modern roles are essentially switching right now. When your children become 18, 19 years old, what would they even look like? Like,
I think it'll be a variation of the same thing. I don't think. I think there's still enough traditional people that are still kind of pushing, and also you got to understand, like, we're a coastal city, like we're kind of far more progressive.
We're the outliers.
Right. Yeah.
And even the shit you see online is just because that's your algorithm. The average person, like when I be on stage talking about the shit, everybody be like, exactly. Like,
you go to the Midwest or the South?
People are
living.
They're like, nah, we not
ordinary
All
lives.
the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Most people are regular working class people, and they still like, nah, we still do the base, like the
basics,
the old school regular stuff.
And they're
you're
still
not gonna
raising
take your pronouns down there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They're not doing it.
You ain't taking your pronouns to Chattanooga.
Right.
You already see how Texas hate that a lot of Cali people are migrating over there.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid that the laws are going to change. We're going to go over there and make it progressive. And I'm like, man, well, I don't give a fuck about y'all. We got to deal with all these transplants. Y'all got to deal with us now. Like, that's how I look at it. Kiss my ass with that.
You mean, transplants. I thought you just meant trans. They're bringing the transes here.
Well, that too. What the?
The transes are coming.
Hey, like, God damn it.
What was that movie? Like, what in the nigger is that? Was that MacGruber?
No, that was Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar, yeah.
Bro, that movie
What
was
in
so
the
funny
nigger?
because he was using it as a verb, so that shit was so funny. Like nobody used it like that. He was so racist.
That's funny.
What?
He said they made that noise. What the nigger was that, bro?
Yeah, that's
I could
funny.
not stop
That's
laughing,
funny.
bro.
That's
It
funny
was
though.
so funny. It was so funny that he was that
Yeah.
racist.
Yeah,
Is there
bro.
part of you that like? I wonder how many people found that funny because we're so like
Should be
we're
funny,
so
bro.
callous to humor since we've been doing this for like it's sad. It's almost sad
Yeah.
what it takes to make me laugh now.
My thing with dark humor is, again, I don't care, but it gotta be funny. I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of comedians, when they're not good, it's just shock value.
But that's the risk of,
You know what I
dark
mean?
humor, though. That's the risk of it.
Especially when you're first
you don't-
trying it, for
Yeah, you
sure.
don't know if it's gonna be fun. You think it's
You
funny.
have an idea. A lot of these dudes, I honestly don't think they're trying to be funny. They just I want to say words or piss a crowd off. There's a lot of comedians who just
Keenan
want
and I
to
were
piss people
talking about
off.
that on the way up here. There's just dark humor, edgy humor in itself. It takes a minute. Like it's its own process. Like you can't just be like cookie cutter shit and then dark joke. You know what I mean? And then expect the crowd to be like, oh, that was like, it's like a whole like I see like edgy comics. It takes them like 5 minutes for the crowd to even reorient themselves to like what's about to happen. Like it takes a minute for like, and that's like, I mean, I respect the attempt because, it's shit just gets bland and boring.
Yeah.
Like so bland and so boring and just so repetitive. But to be like, let me try this shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
this is what makes me laugh.
Yeah, especially as comedians, I feel like for us, it definitely gets that way. And you kind of like try to figure out different ways to do things, or sometimes our humor is just dark. Like me and Keon, we laugh at a bunch of stuff all the time, and even at the drive up here, sometimes me and Gary be laughing at this wild shit. But it's just like an audience. It's weird because it's like I said, we've seen plenty of times where an audience they'll sit there and be crying, laughing over hack. Like
Yeah.
murdering, and you be like, "This is that
Humanity is hack.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Which is why, I mean, that's their program to think the way that they think, and we kind of like gotta it's our goal to figure out like how to think in a way that's different, but also connect with
Still make it relatable.
yeah, still make it relatable.
But-
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Our thing is, somebody just said it on my post today. They said, you're saying what we're thinking, you're just saying it out loud. I think people are, the Midwest and everything, they're over the PC. They're over it.
Yeah, it ran its course.
They're over it. And they're just like, everybody who says anything, they're almost just like, they don't even care what it is. They're like, because TikTok, the comment section of TikTok and Instagram is insane.
Wild.
Insane.
We send each other so many different videos, and we be like, just look at the comments, bro. Don't even watch the videos.
Comments are insane, and the likes and laughs that these comments get
40,000.
are insane.
Yeah.
People are over it, bro. People over it.
But then it's also like, this is also behind the screen of a phone and the screen of a computer. Like, I'm laughing here on TikTok, but
And I can hide behind.
yeah, I can hide behind this. I wouldn't feel comfortable laughing.
But if they come see you knowing you're
if
going
they
to
come
say
see
it,
you, if a group of people come
That's
see
what
you
I'm saying.
knowing that this is what it's going to be, then
Yeah.
so they come in, like, when it's your people, the cheer you get when you come out, and then they're like, we here for the,
yeah,
Yeah.
for the
let's
shit.
go, what you got?
But then that also plays into a point where we were talking in the car about like creating a character on stage and people expecting you to be that same character on stage.
Yeah.
So if you built this reputation like, oh yeah, I just say a bunch of ridiculous, filthy, disgusting, wild shit, and then they come on stage and they're like, did you see about that baby that died in Taiwan? It's like, nigga, no.
Wait a second. Wait a minute.
Why you make fun of that? Like, nigga, hold on.
Wait.
That's sad. It's like, no, nigga,
You got a heart? Oh, this nigga here.
oh, unfollow this man. Cancel him.
Cancel for Karen.
However they perceive is how they want to perceive you, and the
Yeah.
character in their head that they build of you, and it's just like that might be a little bit of you, but it's like you might be like, hey, I'm not even fully that, bro. Like I'm
Also a father.
yeah.
But I think I do a good job of balancing that. I think I show people a lot
your
of
set.
the thing I've been getting the most is people like, I love your transparency with your frustrations.
Yeah.
It was like we just love seeing that. We just love. I think people just like to see authenticity.
That's what it is.
They just
That's
like
all it
seeing.
is.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, I'm pissed off right now. So
Yeah.
this is how I fucking feel.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
or what they perceive is what they think is you being authentic because it's like.
I would love that. I would love for that to translate into no ticket sales. So like, I can't wait. Nobody's going to the show. Let's see what this post is going to be tomorrow. That thing is going to be furious.
And they're doing it on purpose?
Yeah.
Nobody. Nobody
comments. There's a thread?
We might get an hour tomorrow. That nigga might go live.
They're in my Patreon plotting against me. I done got blocked out. Yo, just nobody go. Just nobody go.
Oh shit!
He gonna get on Instagram for free and entertain the shit out of us.
Oh my god! I can't wait. Because I used to do a show. I used to do this this fucking storytelling show that I used to tour, and the whole thing was like the whole premise of it was just like dating like fails and just like going on it. But then after the show, people would come up and they'll be like, "Oh my god, we love those stories." Like, "Oh, if you guys come back next year, are you gonna have all new stories? Like, you want us to continue failing at this?
Yeah.
Like, you're just wishing for my demise, like for your entertainment? Like, is that what you want from me? Like, no, I hope to never do this again.
Yeah.
I hope to be married happily, nigga. Like, what on the countryside?
But they wanted to see the same comedians again, not bringing in different people that might have.
No,
been
they're
through.
just like, no, we love you, we love what you do. When you come back, like, have new stories. Don't tell the same stories again. It's like, nigga, I hope to just be telling the same stories.
Yeah.
I hope to have good stories, like with happy endings.
I hope to see that I've healed.
Yeah.
In some type of
right?
way.
But it's interesting that people see you as a thing and they want you to be that thing.
Don't just say that thing. It's
Like,
like
that's how people get typecast.
Well, yeah, and it's like that's where sometimes too it's hard to grow, especially when you lock into a character like that.
Yeah.
It's like when you see some of these people, like I think I saw a video of Alfonso Roberto, and he was talking about how like when him being Carlton, like them coming up to him and being like, well, Carlton's like, damn, it's like it's kind of cool that you created this thing and people love it, but it's like, bro, like I'm like 45.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What?
Like to have grandchildren and still be
Carlton.
people still like you're still that's all you are.
Yeah,
you're
and
just
it's just like
Carlton.
Yeah, and it's like that. I see why people sometimes, especially some you see something like these either Disney characters or like these pop kids, they'll make a hard screeching like left turn in their career and go either do a crazy sex scene or go crazy edgy with their music
to get out of that.
Just to be like, I need the hard break out of
Bob
this.
Saget. People was on
his stand-up.
Full House Dad, and his stand-up filthy.
He, at one point in time, he was just a cuss. It wasn't even a punchline.
Filthy.
It was just like he was going crazy. RP.
Just to turn people away. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not that. I'm not that.
What would you do if you got just typecasted? Like, let's say you got considered. You let's say Gary, you got a gay role, right? And well, any of us. I'm sorry, any of us. My bad. Any of us got a gay role, and you end up doing the role, right? And it don't even gotta be you doing anything physical with anybody, but you just like you played the role as a gay dude so well. Yeah. It's just like it's just, you know how as black people too, we see you as
They
that.
gonna be like, I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Like I knew it. Yeah.
But now all you getting when Hollywood goes like, all right, we got a $5 million role for you, Gary, but it's another gay guy, and you keep and they keep giving you those only.
Yeah, I would do that. But what will be funny is that what if through that role I discovered I was actually gay?
This is
Like if I like you know I never kissed a dude, but what if like I get a kiss? I'm in a kissing scene and then I'm like, oh shit,
I like this. I enjoy this.
This is how it's supposed
so
to
he gets
feel.
online. Wait, he gets online. He's like, y'all was right.
Yeah.
Y'all was right the whole time. Y'all knew me better than I knew myself. Thank you.
Is there anybody that right now at this age that you would fan out over?
I don't think I have the capacity to fan out.
Yeah.
Just to say the capacity was funny.
Yeah, like I don't think that's fun. But are there people that I would be like, yo?
What would you say?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Okay. Eddie Murphy walks in there. What do you do?
Why are you here? What the fuck?
Y'all filming? Y'all filming something?
What's going on here?
What? I don't.
Cotty brings home Eddie Murphy. Like this on some like, hey,
Or okay, you
What
walk
weird
by
shit?
Eddie Murphy.
What the fuck are you doing? I think that would be a different. I'd be like, wait a minute.
Oh, that would be a different response.
I'd be like,
You
wait
would
a
be like,
minute. I'd be like, hey.
Y'all fucking?
I'd be like, whatever y'all. I'm not. No, I'm not
doing
what
this.
the
So
fuck?
I was like, I don't love Eddie that much.
Yeah, like nah.
But
no,
Eddie's somebody who you fan out over,
but
or
if I'm,
If you just in the world.
I get off stage and Eddie was like, bro.
No.
Straight set? Or just
information. Nah, you just walk in and you just walking on Rodeo Drive and you walk past somebody who most people don't even recognize. Like they can't even. He like whatever. He's kind kind of inconspicuous, but you know he's like, oh nigga, that's Eddie Murphy. What do you do?
I have to, because I believe in giving people their flowers.
Okay.
So I'd have to be like, look.
So you just be like, so what are you saying?
Hey, just want to let you know you're one of my comedians. I'm a big fan. Comedian influences, and then
You invite him to a show?
Are you asking for a picture?
Depends where we're at.
Yeah.
What we're doing. Read the room.
Okay.
Yeah, and I always try to make it.
I don't want to draw attention.
Yeah.
I don't want to draw attention.
Okay.
Hit him with the like, hey man, if you're comfortable with me taking a picture of his cool.
If they say no, I'm not mad.
Yeah,
Like,
I appreciate it, man.
At all.
Just much
But
love.
I just want to let you know, bro, you are part of the reason I do this.
Yeah. But what about you, Gary? Who is? We talked in the car, but
I didn't say anybody, right? Oh, it would be a girl. It would definitely be a woman.
Yeah.
No dude is I don't know.
I ain't gonna get hype over no
I ain't
dude.
getting hype over no nigga, man. I tell a nigga like, yeah, man, what you do, that shit's solid, bro. I respect it.
As you said it, man. If you a man, be a man. Don't shake my hand. That's it.
I remember seeing Alonzo Mourning. I was like, that's the biggest nigga I've ever seen in my life. So for dude, it'd have to be like a spectacle. Like this motherfucker
Shaq
is
or some
otherworldly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Todd Gurley was at the Comedy Store the other night.
Yeah.
Biggest legs I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, you see.
That nigga legs were gigantic. Gigantic, man. Like so stuff like that. Like, oh, you're not even human.
Yeah. So even from a visual standpoint, you look
from a
crazy.
visual standpoint, like, okay, it makes sense that you are who you are. Like, you don't even look like a regular person.
Yeah.
I saw the girl from Dear White People. She was at a show, and we were just chopping it up for like 20 minutes, and I was trying to put it together. Like, I feel like I've seen her because she was just like,
You talking about
like-
the one with the eyes?
yeah,
She's
she
so
just like
good.
takes your breath away.
She's
Like,
so
you
good.
just like, because like, it was at this small show, like this back patio show. She was there with her mom. And I did my set, and I did some like I was kind of interacting with them, a little bit, and then and they were the only two black people at the show. So like, we kind of had like a moment. We'll talk about that too a little later.
Yeah.
But after the show, she came in like, like, oh, I loved your style, I love, blah, blah, et cetera, and we just talking.
Let me beat those.
Yeah, it was like, we gonna let me beat. Like, but when you gonna let me
Wild
beat?
work, bro.
When?
Okay, I ain't gonna hold you. I saw Christina Milian in real life, and I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Like, because I was like, at first I was just like, whatever, like, who cares? Because I was kind of off her for a minute. When you're younger and stuff, and they have kids and stuff, you're like,
Yeah.
man, I don't give a fuck no more, like, whatever. She comes to the Comedy Store for Crack 'em Up Thursdays, and she's sitting there, she's having a ball at the show, like, and after the thing, she talking to everybody.
Did you perform?
I don't think I performed that night.
Okay. You just
But she took pictures with all, like, she was just cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But when I saw her up close, like, I was like, oh, she's like pretty. Like, she is. This ain't airbrushed, I was like, she's
She's stunning.
Stunning.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
Like, how do you live like knowing that like that's the effect that you have on people when they see you?
Beautiful.
People are just like they fucking hiccup. They can't even. They're like, oh.
I have met some that honestly, I met them too late in their life. So they used to be super fine, but now they 50, 60, they're older.
Yeah.
So now I was like, all right.
Like who?
I don't
Yeah.
But
You telling me celebrities don't know when they're 50, 60, and they
but I
kind of
saw
lost a little
one-
bit of it?
I went to a place and then everybody was like, that's so and so, and I was like,
That is.
All right.
I was like, that's them.
That is them.
Somebody
and they're there and they're
I
scared.
read I forget whose book I read.
And it wasn't that they were
kinda
ugly or
touched on
anything.
that.
They're older.
When a
Yeah.
woman loses her beauty, like that staggering beauty that she used to possess when she was younger, like, and how she kind of has to try to adapt into a world where she's she's invisible. It's an
No,
interesting-
dude, but the thing is, the dudes were still carrying that nostalgia. So most of the men
Yeah.
in there were still like, oh
Yeah.
shit,
But it's just
that's so and so.
right.
Yeah.
But
But
I
it's
was
off
just
nostalgia.
like, yeah, but I was
It's
just
not
like,
currently.
I was just like, okay. She,
Well, niggas smash off anything, so niggas gonna smash off nostalgia.
but
Right,
I was like, she looks great for her age.
Right.
And I wasn't hating on her for getting older. That's what I hate though, when people be
Yeah.
like, oh, what happened? Nigga, they're 70. That's
Yeah.
what happened. Like, what do you expect them to be fine forever? Like, what's wrong with you?
And we saw Shaka Khan in concert. I'll tell you something. Like I said, I didn't know she was on that dog food. I didn't know she was on that heroin. But she looked stunning. Every time I looked at her,
She
I
looks
was,
stunning.
nigga, like, she legit. I was like, that's Nicki Minaj's mom, bro.
Hilarious.
It was just like they had the same face, and I was like, she aged. I think Shaka Khan's 70.
Yeah, she up there.
She aged incredibly.
So you got to do heroin. That's
That's a joke that don't
That's
make
what
you
it sounded
angry.
like. I was like, wait.
Sounds like you
I was
have to
hold
do
on, this
heroin.
nigga opened with heroin, and now he's saying she's beautiful. I was like, wait, hold on.
Sounds like it's a good call.
Yeah.
And she was great too in concert. She was funny. She was like, her voice was still
She been doing it
incredible.
40 years?
Yeah, she
50
can perform.
years?
Yeah.
They know what they doing, man.
Man, that's a long time.
Yeah, but so there's no celebrity you would be like, yo.
It would definitely be a woman. Just beauty, like Jesus Christ. But in terms of like skill set and it's like, oh, what you do, it's like, yeah, okay, like you're not doing that right now. Like I'm seeing you as a person.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing you as just that thing that you're famous for, that thing that you do. So yeah, generally speaking, I'm just like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm never a fan because I always think that people like myself, I think people want their privacy. I think people want their space.
That's why I'm always
That's
that's why I said I couldn't be big because I don't want to do that to you.
Yeah.
Even though I know you're probably used to it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person. Another annoying ass. You know what I'm saying? I know you're eating. But you know what I mean? Like I don't want to do that to somebody.
When I've seen celebrities in spaces like that, I normally just give them the eye contact. They're like the
one of
those. See you, bro.
You know
Keep
what
it
I mean?
pushing. And then normally you see them like it seems like they're like relieved, like thank you, bro, just for keeping it pushing in a sense.
Because I feel like if I do that, I've done what I wanted to do. I acknowledge, hey, bro.
Yeah.
You and then that's it.
Yeah.
I think meeting Bron would be pretty cool because one, Bron's like around our age.
Yeah.
And then like if you meet Bron, one, he's gonna also be massive.
LeBron,
Also.
Massive.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then if he's like, it's cool because he's essentially from our age group and stuff like that. We kind of like if you get a chance to talk to him, he's like, oh, we kind of got stuff in common. He might be like, this is kind of crazy. I'm talking and kicking it with LeBron right now. Yeah. And he's we're having that moment.
That would be funny to discover what you have in common with LeBron.
Probably a whole hell of a lot.
I mean, honestly,
he's a month older than me.
It's like, damn, so you are like a regular?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be probably, but it was, in a sense, I still wouldn't, like you said, I wouldn't go in the sense of like fanning out and being like,
He feels much older though.
He's been watching.
Yeah, because he's been watching for so long.
He's been on 16 years old.
He feels hella old.
Yeah.
But no, he is hella old. He's 40.
He'll be 40.
He is hella old.
Yeah,
in terms of entertainment years,
Yeah.
Sports years, he's hella
Oh,
old
he's
as fuck.
ancient.
Yeah, he's ancient.
He's on his deathbed in his 40s.
So yeah, he's old. Yeah, he's old.
I don't know if there's well, I guess there would be some women that would shock me in person. Like you were saying about like when you saw
least expected.
Yeah. Because that's the thing too, if you don't expect, because like see, I feel like too.
Oh, who'd you see?
When he said the girl from Dear White People, it's like if you saw her, especially
She's
at a show,
really pretty though.
She's so pretty,
she's beautiful,
really pretty.
and it's like I think, but in that too, he saw her at a place that he probably didn't think he would ever see her at.
Yeah.
So it's like you do it at a show that's small, and you like, first of all, too, it's like why the fuck are you even here right now?
And she was kind of in the sort of the shadows of the darkness, so you just kind of see the silhouette of her. I was like, oh, she looks like she could be pretty. Yeah. And then when she walks up to you into the light, and like in the presentation, I was like, bro. I was like, stop playing. And then like I was trying to put it together. I was like, and we're just talking. We're all talking. And then at a certain point, I just whispered. I was like, they're white people. And then she just nodded, and then we just continued the conversation.
Yeah.
You be trying to figure out like, what do I know?
Yeah.
And then, but when when I saw Jay and Beyonce at the
Diddy party.
No, at the
paused for a long time.
At Chocolate Sundays, I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
What about Beyonce? Beyonce didn't. But is it because she was next to Jay-Z? What about Beyonce? Does Jay-Z?
Did he dim her light? Nigga, dim your light? Oh, you mother. I feel like seeing Beyonce would be kind of like, shit. I mean,
I think it's because everybody else was doing so much.
That can be a turn off too as a person. Yeah, for sure.
Because they walked right by. They walked out the thing, walked by, and I think. When everybody, and that's just me in general, when everybody else is doing a lot, I automatically go down because I'm just like, come on, guys, I don't want to relax. I can't match that. I don't have it in me.
Then it gets a little weird too. It's like I understand, and I understand they knew they came out tonight. They knew what they expected to come out tonight, even if they kept it low key. But like, I don't know. I said I'm also like I think I'm 38, bro. I'm not about to sit here and go out of too much of my character, because of this person. Is famous. Like I mean, you might have caught me in my early my teens and maybe my 20s doing that, but like
But that's also a weird thing to me in Hollywood. Unless these are just people who just like, I mean, imagine if you just, if you flew in from fucking St. Louis or something, and then you go to Chocolate Sundays on, while you're on vacation and you see Jay-Z and Beyonce, like, yeah, that will cause a stir.
Right.
But like if you live here and you know what I mean? Like,
I think,
and you in the industry a little bit too?
I think that's why we're
in the industry,
I think that's why we're so calm though, is because we're like, when I first started, I did have more like, oh my God, that's so and so and that's so and so.
Yeah.
Now 13 years later, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
They're just always around, or they're always, you gonna run into them or introduce, oh, and by the way, this is so and so. Plus, when I feel like all that goes away too when you are a peer. Like it's way easier for me to meet people at like a chocolate or something, because I just got off stage.
Right.
So I'm not just some guy. You watched me, nigga. I didn't watch you. You were watching me.
Nigga, I'm the star.
Yeah.
Nigga.
So when you catch them outside or when they dipping early, they're so like, bro, you were hilarious.
Yeah.
They're more because it's just like, I just watched you work too. So like everybody I've met at Chocolate, from the athletes to the entertainers and stuff, it's been very mutual. Like, you're great at what you do. I'm like, no, you're great at what you do. You know what I mean? It's very mutual.
And two, it's funny because they might not, since they don't know who you are yet, they might not be like, damn, he could be a star, right? I don't know. I just don't know who he is too. So it's like they might be looking at a star that's essentially on stage that they just don't know the name of yet.
And I think when you don't do something, you appreciate what somebody else does.
Yeah.
I don't do
1,000%.
that.
And
so
you know how hard it is.
Even when I met Will Ferrell, he was like so in awe of what we do. He was like, man, I do sketch.
Right.
So I got other people around me. I got actors, but he's like, you guys are just up there by yourselves. He's like, I can't do that. Like, I couldn't do what you guys do. And so I think it's appreciation for people's different arts that make people be like, man, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be 6'8", 3", so I'm watching Brian, like, I can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
I can't.
Genetically, it just can't ever happen.
Even watching a step, I can't do what you do, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But,
Special.
you know what's crazy? Even my kids don't be, I think because they grow up in it, they don't even have reactions I think they would have.
Mm.
They kind of be...
Well,
they did with LeBron. When we went to the Laker game, just seeing him on the screen, they did be like, I ain't never seen, Kendrick is Mr. Fuck out of here, you know what I mean? We went to that game, and when that game, I didn't think Kendrick would watch a full basketball game.
He was all in.
Bro, he sat there and was locked. And like when LeBron was at the free throw line, he was like, I love you, LeBron! Like, he was locked in, and I was like, oh, this is who the Steph Curry, LeBron, like this is.
And that's what seeing it live is different for them too. It's just like, oh shoot, we're here.
Yeah.
'Cause on TV, you got so many distractions. You got your iPads. You can go up and do a whole bunch of stuff. So that makes sense too. Where it's just like, when you go in to see a live performance, it is kind of different.
It is different.
And if your seats are really good too, so I feel like if you say they saw Messi, like you say Keenan loves Messi, they lose.
Lionel.
Yeah.
Lionel.
I don't know why Lionel just sounds so funny.
Lionel.
Like if they
It kind
say
of sounds black a little bit.
Yeah, I knew a Lionel growing up. That's hilarious.
if they seen like Ronaldo or somebody, they'd probably be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Cristiano,
over here. Chris.
shit.
I wonder what their reaction would be or how they would feel if they didn't get if they got like done. Because I was telling him in the car, we saw Michael Jordan at an autograph signing thing, but he kind of just walked by, right? And then we had seen J.R. Reed. So we see J.R. Reed, and I'm a Hornets fan. So I'm like...
And North Carolina.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, J.R. Reed. And this dude was just like an asshole. He's just looking at us like kind of like pipe down. He didn't want to sign no autographs. And in my head, I didn't get to it until later, but I was like, also, you're J.R. Reed. Like, you should be signing autographs.
You're not a star like that.
Yeah, you are a journeyman in a sense.
It's fucked up. He could have just been going through some shit that day.
Could have, but it's like I think
And 20 years later, Keenan's like, J.R. Reed's a fucking dick.
Here's the thing, though, and you still are. You still are, because at the end of the day, I will give you, let you be a dick to an adult. But when it's children involved,
I understand that.
I was only a child.
Children have no no base in that. They're just like, yo, they don't know what's going. They don't know about that stuff. You don't gotta be nice to us, but you would have been like, hey kid, how you doing? It could have been just an easy one of those.
Yeah.
It was like I remember me and my friend, we went with the Boys and Girls Club. We were all like, why is JRE so mean? We were all like stunned by this.
I get it. As a kid, I get it.
Cause this girl just got pregnant by the star
teammate?
by the star teammate. That'll send you into space.
By Larry Johnson. Well, it was good riddance, nigga.
Grandma mom giving her them dirt. As a kid, I get it, bro. I get it.
How would you feel if a celebrity did your son like dirty, like, or like essentially he meets Lionel Messi and then he's like, could you sign my jersey? He's like, Lionel, could you sign my jersey? He's like, get the fuck out of here, kid. Like, what would your reaction be?
I'd be like, fuck them, man.
Fuck you, Lionel.
Come on, Kendrick. Fuck him. Bitch ass nigga.
Knowing me, that would just give me another drive to get famous and do it to his kids.
Oh, that's hilarious. His kids love you?
I'm in a Disney movie or something. Hey, Keon, nah, fuck you. And tell your daddy I said fuck you.
Don't forget all that. You purposely do a Disney movie because, their kid loves this new character. And Keon goes, you know what? I want to play that character. Well, how do I get this? Keon gets the role of that character on purpose and plays
whatever it takes.
I go to the premiere. I invite them to the premiere. Can we get your autograph? Hell no. Your daddy's a bitch ass nigga.
For what he said to my kids.
I love pettiness like that. That's my type of petty, man. My type of petty is like, that's the game. You want to play the game? And even though it's toxic and bad, I'm just like, I don't care.
Not my kids, man. You can be mean to me. I don't care.
That's why I said people real Republican about their kids.
Yeah. Or to be honest.
Having your blackness validated.
Well, it wasn't even just about validating blackness. I just think that it's interesting about like I had said something. I was at like a mic or whatever, and I had said something about my past, and it was funny that I got more respect because I had a past that was kind of messed up.
Wait, what happened? Sorry, I was looking. So
pretty much like I was on stage and I wasn't even doing material. We just kind of having a conversation, and then all of a sudden I started to talk about my past, with what I went through with my dad and my mom, and what I've seen from dysfunction and dangerous and messed up stuff, and then I felt like the respect went up for me because I went through a shitty situation.
Oh, from blacks?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's just like it's so interesting that sometimes
the trauma bond.
Yeah, it's like you going through trauma as a black person means you're closer to blackness. Whereas it's like that's not the only. Why do we respect that more, or we consider you more black?
That was the point. Are you considered more black?
Are you considered more black because you've been through trauma and messed up situations?
I used to think that until I saw how people reacted to white kids who are well off too, like in the white community, and I was like, it's just a class thing. People just want to be able to be like, I need you to go through the same. Because I thought when I was watching all these NBA kids coming up, the sons of the NBA guys, and they're all getting drafted, and I thought the hate was just and then I saw the baseball side, number one pick, his dad played in the league, and then all these kids coming up, the sons, and people, it's just same shit. They're just upset, and they want. So I was talking to somebody about that stuff, and they want you to.
Who's they?
People, humans.
The public. Okay.
They want you to come through. Because I said, what's the difference between somebody putting up 500 shots a day in a gated community versus 500 shots on a backboard that got pieces missing?
Yeah.
And it was like, the grind of it. I said, it's still 500 shots. It's still the same work. And they were like, no, it's just through the mud. You got it. And I'm like, it's 500 shots. I don't care if you're shooting. It's 500 shots.
But when there's 500 shots, but also gunshots.
Yeah. And
that might be a little bit different.
Yeah, but they just want it. I think it's just nobody wants to see anybody
have it easy through life and then still.
You want to see the underdog.
Easier. Yeah, people want to see the some kind of fall and some kind of.
Do you think?
Well, they want to see the triumph from you
but
being in adverse circumstances.
But I think it's just relatable. They want to.
I think it's relatable in a sense where it gives them hope or what they could have done. It's like, shit, because essentially what I was telling Keenan is I didn't realize how many like upper middle class or like Ivy educated like blacks there were like existing at all until I came into this, into this industry, and you get into like writers' rooms and shit like, oh, y'all all private school. So it's also kind of like there's something to say about like I'm not supposed to be here, yet I am here. So people give you respect for that. Like you're not really supposed to be here statistically, but you overcame something and now you're here.
So would you say though that? Do you think we take more pride in that than any other race?
I think
does?
so because of our
traditionally we're
history
held
here.
down.
Yeah, our history here.
Yeah, so I would agree with that. They just say we have to. We've always been fighting. We've always been overcoming.
Yeah.
Which is weird though, because then when we're good, they're mad at it. Not everybody, but some be like, "Oh, you had it easy, nigga. Ain't that what we was trying to do?"
It's a weird, really weird thing too, because when like athletes, when they first enter into the league, whatever profession, and they kind of have sort of those humble beginnings in that background, that hood background, and they have an adjustment period of like trying to mature, as they call it, and in a sense leave that behind. But if that's like a core part of your being and a core part of like your identity and who you are, it's kind of fucked up that you're forced to leave all of that behind.
Everything
and now you have to like be in this world with these type of people.
Right. But if you think about it,
so how do you do both?
If you think about it though, the whole point of you striving so hard
was
to get away from
right.
it.
Yeah.
So here it is. Yeah, change is hard.
And now you're still holding on to
change
this
is hard
home.
with anything. Changes with anything is going to be difficult. It's going to be new. It is what it is. But it's like.
I think a big part of what people seek in terms of like authenticity is like, yeah, I know you got this now, but you still are this. This is still who you are.
Right. But then people also, let's say they go back and then they get shot or whatever, and they in the grocery store or whatever. And people like, stop going back home. You know what I mean? It's like,
but nigga, this is a part of my existence.
Yeah, I think that's where it gets hard too. It's like when you do make it out, sometimes now people are like, oh, he made it out, and it's like, this nigga made it out.
Yeah.
And it becomes a little bit of jealousy.
And then they have survivor's remorse. The people who didn't make it out.
Yeah. And then it's like, and then you still got, you said you got homies that are there you was able to make it out, and they're looking at it like, why can't you bring me with you? It's like, bro, I mean, I make some money, but I don't necessarily make enough money to change a whole nother
so you
nigga's
think you
life.
better. You think you better.
And that's going to happen with anything.
Yeah.
But then you also got the people who be like, your real core people that be like, you are better. Get the fuck out of here. Like, get out of here. Do not return. We ain't doing shit.
But then you're like, but over here is not like, that's not home. I don't feel I don't feel myself here. So I feel myself here.
So what do you do? Do you do something like? I
haven't even made it, and I still don't go back.
No, what you do is
like, nigga, you can still come back. You ain't made it yet. I was like, no, nigga, I'm not coming back. No, absolutely not.
What you do is you do with everything else in life. You create a new life. You create just like when you're single and you get married. I'm here.
My new family.
This is my new reality. You're constantly creating new moments of your life. So it's
I was gonna say, even if you're not from that place, but you know that you're like from a neighborhood either similar, or do you go, all right, let me try to put some things in place to help people in that neighborhood now? To like, all right, whether it's programs, whether it's teaching financial literacy, and then like when they graduate from the program, they get an incentive to get some money so they can use that money to invest. Like, it's like, do you think about like, all right, if I'm not going to go back, I'm gonna at least give back?
No.
Golly.
You know what's crazy? I'm not mad at him for that.
I'm not of the mind of believing that I can save people.
That's why I wasn't mad at his answer, because I agree. I would try, but I know me, I would get frustrated with you can't fix it.
This is me speaking from like generations and generations of like people like nieces and nephews and people making the same mistakes over and over despite opportunities. It's like the people who gonna make it out.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like the power is like, or like the changes in the children. So like, all right, cool. I understand that I have maybe like a 20-something-year-old cousin or nephew that
Numerous.
nigga's a lost cause.
Numerous.
Right? And then you go, all right, so what I'll do is I also got a 6 or 7 year old niece or nephew that if I can get to them right now and I can change everything. Like,
here's the thing with that, right? The amount, when you say give back to the community or whatever, unless I can have all these kids come live with me,
right,
and I raise them, and me dropping in, is not going to do it.
Right, throwing some money at a situation.
I need time. I'd have to redo your whole way of thinking. Yeah. I'd have to redo your whole way of what you think is possible. I'd have to, and you can't do that by dropping in.
Well, I'm saying too, I mean, it's impossible. You wouldn't want to do that personally all the time. It's like that's not, you don't have the time for that. But it's like essentially you put the mentors in place because usually there's people in those neighborhoods that might not have the resources to do it, right? So it's like you go, all right, who are like the main people in this?
Who's your favorite male principal?
People in that community that they know, even that they respect already. You're like, all right, I'm going to help give you the resources. Or at least give you some of the resources or whatever the case may be.
No, I believe in that.
And then being like, all right, we'll go from there. And of course, like you say, you'll be able to pop in every once in a while when you can. But essentially, the programs ran through y'all. You know
and then even with that, that's nothing. Let's say some funds go missing. Now you blame, you the base. You blame Keenan Baker stole from. That's what it is.
I think. I mean. I love the idea of it, but I would have to be comfortable understanding that the impact is going to be minimal. Though, for most people, it has to be like, I changed one life. That's enough for me.
Yeah,
I did my job. I did what I could. But in terms of like a widespread sort of overhaul of just the whole thought process, like people still have to go home to their situations, and that's me understanding. Like, you can put programs in place, but these motherfuckers still got families at home, mothers who or who are on drugs, and dads who are absent. It's like it's the core foundation of their upbringing is flawed and it's fucked up.
If you watch I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's it. So it's like, so what can I really do if I really want to make change?
I said, you'd have to move them all to your house.
But even then, now they're struggling with the idea of, you're not their parents, you're not their mother or their father. Like,
obviously, when I say that, it's not real. But,
metaphorically. But like, it's
can't do that.
It's fucking deeply rooted.
If you watch it, I think it's like a documentary of LeBron James' like the promise school, or whatever. And it's like he some of the kids are there. I think some of them might be a little bit well off, but I think he's trying to bring a lot of children in from like damaged communities into the school. And some of the kids are struggling, right? And some kids are doing okay, and some kids are doing well. But like then it shows them going back home. And like this kid is like, I think he's like 6 or 7 years old, and he's damn near like the parent of the household. Yeah. Like he has to get the food ready for the other kids. It's like, it's insane. Yeah. And it's just like, it's like, then all of a sudden they're like, why is so-and-so absent today? It's like,
how can you shoot 500 shots a day? Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of the mindset. It's like, I'm so busy with so many different distractions. And then like when I was working at the middle school, I clocked so like really quickly. It's like these kids, they can't focus on this goofy. They're looking at this textbook. All this shit looks goofy if I'm dealing with like real shit at home. I'm not about to sit here and open up U.S. history 1860s. I don't give a fuck about this.
Yeah.
I don't know
what I'm gonna eat tonight.
I'm not eating tonight.
We don't have lights, bro. Like the electric's off. So it's like,
I don't give a fuck about Alexander Graham Bell. Nigga, I have no lights.
I have no lights. You know, I walk across my mom's room and she's sucking a white man's dick for $30.
God damn, man.
Some people living like that, bro.
Okay, damn, it's hard. I know, I understand, but that's the
thing. She licking a white man's asshole for $45.
Golly. You know the prices? I see the prices on the refrigerator. I know how much this shit costs.
The prices on the fridge is crazy. 24 blowing.
The things my mother are doing.
He brings it in for a presentation. This is what I'm going through.
When you oversharing to your kids.
Oh man,
this is how you got them nuggets tonight. But that's a fucked up Precious 2 movie. Yeah. You want to know what I did? You want McDonald's? That'll be the Keon. You know what?
No.
You sure you want McDonald's?
This is insane. This is insane. Because you know how much your dinner cost me? What if they went like this?
He's like, fuck it, Dad, I won't eat.
What if they're like, you know what I had to do for this money? Do you smell it?
Yeah. Oh, blow shit. Oh, you blow the dick. Oh, nigga.
Because that's crazy. crazy.
Not a fucking whole appetite.
Oh, man.
Yo, you know how much this cost me? And just do it.
Cause imagine like for the kids, it's the kid's birthday dinner, right? And you take them to like a lobster dinner. It's like a crazy like $80 dinner, right? And like you said, you say all that, and the kids just like, I don't really like this. Like this is kind of nasty. You like, this is nasty? You want to know what nasty is?
I'm so mad. Nigga. I'm so mad. I suck dick, and I take you to Red Lobster for your birthday, and you don't clean that fucking plate. You don't lick that plate like I had to lick that dick. I'm so mad. You can't even be happy.
You know what? You know what though? That's on you as the parent for doing too much for you.
Yeah.
Like people do that all the time with these. They be like, these kids are unappreciative. Did you ask the kid what they wanted?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people like, we just did all this shit, but I didn't want that. I just wanted a dinosaur toy, and you know what I mean. That was for you.
Well, that's why you gotta ask to see what they really want.
Ask what they want to do.
Yeah.
People do all this big shit for their kids and be like, these kids are unappreciative. It's like, yo, ask them what they want. Sometimes less is more for kids. They don't want all that shit.
Yeah. You understand?
I mean, that's true in a sense, but I don't think we'll ever be able to be like. I don't think we'll ever be able to give our parents like the appreciation and the gratitude that they need. Like my mom used to say that all the time, and I never knew what it meant. Like these kids don't appreciate nothing, and I'm like, what do you want me to? You want me to say thank you again? Like I don't know what am I supposed to? What does that mean?
Yeah.
These kids don't appreciate nothing.
Yeah, I think
it's like I'm taking care of it. Like I'm not. I said thank you.
I think they. Well. Yeah.
I feel my kids appreciate us for sure.
Yeah.
Mine don't.
What do you
still young though.
What do you think your child's gonna grow up to be when you breathe in their face like that, like you said? Like, what do you if you do the ha in their face?
Man,
what do you think your child?
It only can go one
they're
or two
either gonna
ways.
be great,
That's
or
what
they're
I'm
gonna
saying.
be, or they're gonna fail.
It's only go one or two ways.
They're gonna follow the footsteps.
So, just like I will never in my life do that,
Yeah.
or you know what? Wasn't that bad?
Yeah.
Smells kind of good.
And they join in. That's because like my mom and dad, the reason why they didn't do drugs and stuff like that, or like you, because they were like, we saw that, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like no.
Yeah. Usually you either fall into it heavy.
Yeah, or you were like go way the other way.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have because they say genetically, you know, it's passed down, so you would have an addictive personality.
Yeah, and
in some, it may not manifest in that way, but maybe in another way.
I talked about how I had a porn addiction for sure. So I talked about that before, and it's being like, and then you know, at some point.
See, okay, hold on, but like, I hear that, but what is a porn addiction?
And that's what I was gonna say. When I tell a lot of times say that to guys be like, nigga, it just sounds like you're watching porn. But it was like when it was consuming so much of my time, and it was a point in time when I was watching and I wasn't even masturbating. I was just watching.
How much?
What do you mean?
How much? Like how many? Give us kind of like how much porn? Like I was watching porn for like 3 hours a day, or like 2. You know what I mean?
There was
every day.
I felt like it was time where like I was binge watching so much porn. It was like I finished the series.
First of all, I've never heard anybody say binge watch.
Yeah,
this nigga was.
You were binging. So okay. So is a
I
porn
never
addiction?
Heard binge watch.
Is a porn addiction you bust and then you keep watching?
No.
Well, like you're finishing scenes.
No, here's the thing.
Because after I bust, nigga, I'm shutting it. There's so much shame.
It's over.
I'm turning all this shit off. I mean, get all these tabs out of here.
Oh yeah, I thought all of them.
And
delete the search history,
I
all
do
that.
it angry. I'd be like, man, fuck this. I'm out of this shit now. Like, fuck this bullshit.
Yeah.
But no, at a point in time, it was times where I wasn't even jacking off. I was just watching it. And that's when I was like, now this is a problem. Okay. I'm watching this. And I'm like,
yo, the game is on. Yeah. People,
I'd rather watch it.
Yeah.
Was it okay?
I made food and I went down and I put my computer on and I made food and I ate and I was watching.
Was it intriguing though? Was it like good or was it?
It wasn't even like the porn that you watch that has a story or like this all right, this is whole story and then they fuck and then they go back to the story. It wasn't even that. It was legit just straight on.
Like I can't.
It was nigga porn. It was straight on like
baby oil and Tim's. Like you eating a sandwich.
Right. Yeah. Immediately they start off. He already fucking her. The scene starts off. They already fucking.
Oh, so you don't even have the patience to watch from the beginning. You got to go straight to the. You can't
no,
watch
No, he's saying he did. It was just on.
It was just on.
The porn that I was some of the porn that I was watching. They start off fucking. It's like there's no like.
So after the hip hop beat, and just
fucking, and then you watching. You finish your food. You still watching, and then what?
And I'm watching. I might make some more food. I watch and be like, all right, cool. I was like, I'm gonna go back to that one scene again. That was good.
Are you watching with the intention of trying to get hard and like masturbate, or you just?
Well, what I'm saying is that at a certain time, it was like I'm trying to.
It was like TV.
Yeah. At what point are you like, oh, I'm addicted?
I mean, that's what I felt like I was addicted when I was sitting there
You're
watching.
eating a sandwich, nigga, and you're watching porn. That's what he
nigga,
knew.
really,
I thought that's how you're supposed to watch porn.
You're ridiculous.
No.
I thought I was watching it wrong. I thought I was moving too fast.
When I'm watching it so much to where I feel like it's consuming more of my life or more. I'm watching this more than anything else that I'm watching. I'm watching it more than sports, which is crazy. Yeah. Like most porn isn't hours. Most, especially online porn.
Right.
Most online porn could be like
that's long.
Anywhere between 2 minutes to 10 to 20 minutes at max. And it's like,
but sports is dumb too.
But I mean,
I mean, like that's a bad comparison. I mean,
I wouldn't put them in the same vein. But it's like one of those things, like a sporting event.
They're both a waste of time.
You're getting. I guess you're getting to an end when you're watching this. Like you're seeing a competitiveness of like this person's trying to beat this person. We're in second.
I mean, porn.
This
person trying to beat this person.
Trying to see it.
But essentially, you're coming. I mean, and that's the thing too. Sometimes you're watching the scene and like I'm watching to see like, all right, is this going to end in a facial? So it's like usually
okay.
And
sometimes start guessing the endings, nigga.
Yeah. So it's like I mean, I started to watch the interviews. I started to like, all right, cool.
Hold on.
Were you ever leaving comments?
No.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, he was
leaving comments.
Oh,
That's weird. That is weird. Okay, hold on. Did you miss any like big events to watch porn? Like, what have you sacrificed in your life? Like, I'm thinking of drug addicts. Like, have you like what's the equivalent
I've shown up
in watching porn?
I've missed work. I've shown up to work late because of it. I can't. There was times when I didn't miss a show doing stand up.
Right,
but there was times when like I was supposed to get out tonight from a mic perspective, and I was just like, nah.
I'd rather watch. Okay.
Now, in fairness, there are functioning addicts. He was a functioning addict.
Okay, all right.
You gotta understand.
Gary's trying to go strung out. Keenan on the corner with his phone. Yeah.
Of a porn addiction.
Well, he didn't reach rock bottom. But I would say too, literally in stand up. At one point in time in stand up, I was considered the porn nigga. Like, which is crazy.
What were you offering recommendations?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
I could never watch a recommendation from a thing I know another nigga beat his meat to.
Be like, yo, I need a new
oh yeah, my nigga beat his meat to this.
No, it wasn't even like that. It was just like
he wasn't jacking up. He was just watching it like TV.
It was really like, yo, I need a new chick. You gotta. What new chicks are out right now? I was like, boom, boom, boom. Cool. I'm gonna look them up tonight. Cool. It wasn't like we were watching the same movie. It was just like it was just like, yo, what chicks are popping right now? You got we need the white chick. I don't even fuck with white chicks like that on there, but I mean, if you
I know a guy.
Yeah. When I was like, Jana Michaels.
Network.
I was like, Jana Michaels. She's probably one of the best white chicks. I think Sarah Vanderlei. It's like I knew the names. I started to know shit that like I was watching the interviews, so I knew where they were from, what they liked, and I was just like, all right, this is getting so I'm consuming so much of this that I was like, all right, this is where my addiction went from my family.
Yeah.
I went. My mom was on drugs. My dad was an alcoholic. I would say like my brother's probably addicted to work, and then this was my addiction. Now I feel like I've beaten that. There's times where I had to test myself. I said, could I give up porn? And I was like, I struggled at first, and I was like, I'm gonna go a month, and I went a month, 6 months, and I was able to stop. And then I would come back every once in a while to watch it again, but I don't watch it nowhere near as much as I used to, like not even close.
Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it.
Did you do VR?
One night at a time.
Did you do VR porn? Like that's like the fentanyl of porn.
I wanted to, but like I just didn't have a VR set. And I would say too.
I'm gonna get you a VR set.
This nigga trying to have a relapse?
Nigga's terrible here with me.
Oh.
But I will also say
well, where's Keenan at? He's supposed to go up in 10.
You just see him in the back going like this.
I walk on stage and say fucking with the VR set on.
Oh shit!
But I would say too. Luckily for my addiction too, I never got outside. I always kept myself in check to not get weird. Like from a porn perspective, anyways. Like the furthest I went was just like I started watching porn of like just regular built bitch body, like you know what I'm saying? Like instead of like I was tired of seeing like the sexy bad model type chicks. I was just
so you wanted the girls that worked at the store?
No,
yeah,
I was going to
exactly.
I went through a phase where I was on fat bitches, like
over.
no, I was watching videos of fat bitches
1000%.
just eating hamburgers.
I remember
It was
you
like
telling me
hella
that.
fat,
I remember you-
just hella fat, just eating burgers.
So-
and I would just be like, eat another one, eat another one, eat another one. She was just stuffing her face with burgers.
So not
bro.
porn, just eating.
She was just eating. She was naked. She was naked, just eating. Like, even the food was just on her stomach, and she was just eating it off her stomach. And I was like, that shit is so sexy to me. I don't know why.
So my dad had us. We and my addiction probably came from this too. My dad used to have us sell porn. I guess we can wrap it up soon. But it's like my dad used to have us selling porn DVDs.
Yeah, let's wrap it up now.
But my dad legit brought home duffel bags of porn, and seriously, it was like move.
Don't look
Me,
at none of the pictures. I'm still your father.
legit, me, my two friends and my brother. He had us, and my two friends were going to two different schools. We're going to different
Who are you
schools.
selling them to?
Kids at school.
Horny teens, bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
This is
bro.
high school.
Your
high
dad
school.
should have been arrested. That's illegal.
Low
Is
key.
it? Is
I
it?
mean,
Yeah, that's
I
illegal.
mean, we're selling it, not him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
but
you put it,
yeah,
it's
they will put him in
I'm
jail.
I'm sure there's so.
That's a
kinda
crime. That is a crime.
Minors.
Yeah, you got your minor son selling your porn color. That is a crime.
Well, I mean, he wasn't taking any profit. He pretty much gave us all the profit.
He was still a good dude.
That's all you.